Wow. Just wow, guys. Honestly, it's very rare that I get a set of turntables in that are in extremely well looked after, clean condition. We're talking near mint. This is one of those pairs. Very, very rare this ever happens. So my customer's had these for 22 years. He's had them from new, bought them from a shop in Wembley, delivered them in the original boxes, the original head shells, everything. They are mint. There's no other real way of setting these off as mint. They've been dropped down to me for a service and deep clean too, which means pitch slider units, pitch trims, shader cloth, new speed selection switches, things like that. But right off the bat, the minute we open the box up on these, oh, they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. He's got the odd little mark on the trims. This is all expected. But man, oh man. I love it when I get these decks in when they've actually been looked after. He dusts them all the time, apparently, like a little brush he uses for the arms. I mean, these are dusty. So, but no, they are gorgeous. And just to show you this, the pitch controls on them. Check this out. So, we all know how strobe markings work. 0% is obviously the large dot in the middle. Is steady on both turntables. Let's move them to 3.3 or plus 3.3 will do it, which is between 3 and 4, roughly here. We'll go back to the strobe. Lovely. Plus 6, which will be 6.4. Yep. Right. Minus 3.3, which is between 3 and 4. Roughly around here. I'm looking at the camera, bearing in mind. Beautiful. Same thing with the other turntable. 0, 0. 3.3. Between 3 and 4. Yep. Plus 6, 6.4. Yep. Minus 3.3. Let's say about there. Look at the camera again. Oh, yes. Very, very impressive. Most of these turntables, whenever they come through, they need some sort of slight calibration on the pitch. I'm the first one to say on here, unless the carbon tracks are heavily worn in certain areas, these slider units are going to be staying. I'll take the unit apart. We'll clean any grime off of the PCBs themselves and the carbon tracks. And if there's no visible wear and the resistance works well, and there's no nasty dips, they will be staying. There is no need to change them if they fully work. It's a no-brainer really. It saves you money. And if they're original, even better, eh? That's a bit of dust on that. But yeah, trims are the only thing really that need a bit of love. I'll see if I can get some of these scratches out. If not, I will replace them. But the arm assemblies, the bearings are fine. No looseness in the arms. They still work. He moves them. They still work. They still lock well. The platters are going to need some love on these. They look quite nice to be fair, but I'm going to give them a bloody good polish up. The speed selection switches are still working. We replace them as part of a service anyway. The original lamps are still functioning and still going strong. But there is not a mark on them. There really isn't a mark on them. The rubber bases are nice. The feet are nice. Really impressed. All I'm going to say is this. You can see what they look like now. You wait until you see them once I've finished. Now this video has been recorded on, when was this? Tuesday. I'll say Tuesday, it's today, isn't it? So yeah, recorded today. It's not going to take much to get these looking spanking. I've already told my customer, do not sell them. Once you get these back, do not sell them. If you're going to sell them, let me know. Let me know because I want them. As far as mixing goes on these, so obviously what I do with these before I strip these down to do any work, I connect these up to my mixer in-house here in the workshop, put 2 records on that I know at the back of my hand, What I tend to find with a lot of these older turntables is you'll leave one deck at, say, leave it at 0. The other deck, you'll tend to be moving it up, down, up, down, up, down, where the carbon track is worn and the sliders need replacing. These, you literally just, you can mix you put your pitch to where you want it, re-cue it, let them both go, beginning of each record. And I shit you not, guys, I was sitting at my desk watching these two practically mix themselves. Insane. Minimal drift on them. Super impressed. Things I'm going to be doing with these to enhance these bad boys. So diodes on the boards for a start. These are very common things that do tend to cause issues. They're going to be changed. The spindles on both of these decks, they do feel free, but obviously they will do with a magnet underneath and physical force pushing them. But my customer, he has the original Panasonic branded oil for these. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I've got plenty of exactly the same gear myself, but he's never ever oiled them. He's never oiled them. So I'm going to go a step further than just oiling these like I do with every single set that leaves me. The spindle will be removed, completely stripped down, deep cleaned, physically machine polished. All the brass will be machine polished, rebuilt with fresh oil, and they'll move lovely and smooth. That's the first thing we're going to be doing with this. That's going to enhance that. The platters are going to be polished. So next time you see these are going to be a very nice shiny finish. The arm assembly is going to be polished. All of the sections in here polished. The pivots, everything. Stripped down, rebuilt, spanking. Even the audio cables, guys. Look how clean they are. No ovaling on the cables. No interference, no hum, no hiss, no nothing. They're as clean as the day he took them out of the box. Even the grounding cable. Look, the grounding cable's got the original phono connector sticker on it. Not bent. Lovely and clean still. You can see how clean it is. Very rare that I get this. 45 adapters, look, all original. Again, look how clean. Look how clean this deck is. I want them. I want them. And it's as simple as that. I want them. If he was selling these or starting to give up, I would be the first person offering some money for these. These are worth a fortune. No matter what anybody will tell you, all of the experts online that go, oh, 1200 is only going to be worth like 500 quid, 1210's worth 600, all this rubbish. No, these are going to be worth a mega money. They already are. They already are. He's had them from new. He's bought them as a matching pair when he bought them at the time. Dust covers as well. Everything on them. Yes, you're going to get light marks and scratches. Anybody else that has well looked after Technics are going to be experiencing exactly the same. It's all things that can be resolved. You can polish these out. All the original end bungs are still on them as well. He even replaced the hinges. One of the turntable, the hinges started to sag on one of the decks. So he's actually replaced the hinges because he actually uses these with the dust cover still in place. There is plenty of room to do so with these. Some people prefer just to take them off, but if you're going to do that, you're going to start getting scuffs and scratches around the top section of your plimps. But not everyone takes them off. Testament to the owner on here, guys, honestly. Really is. He's even got the original mats that he got when he bought the decks. They look lovely as well. It's not often that I'm shocked. It's not often that I get decks through that have been genuinely looked after. I get so many of them go, you'll never see a pair as clean as this. Yeah, this is the ultimate. These out of the years and years and years that I have been dealing with Technics, these are the cleanest, the cleanest original pair I think I've ever had my hands on. It was almost to the point of when he opened the box up and started explaining what he wanted me to do. I looked at him and said to him, are you sure you want to do it? Because it looked lovely. But yeah, pitch control, beautiful on them. Beautiful. I'll thoroughly test them out a little bit later on, probably to be tomorrow morning now before I strip these down, just to make sure there are no dead spots. But I'm hoping there's not, because they're lovely. So one deck's been tested. The second deck's going to be the next one. Well, what I did was, like I said, I had one deck on 0, one deck physically using the pitch. So a slower track on the right side to try and match the BPM of the track on the left. So the deck to try this out with tomorrow morning is going to be the left-hand deck. But so far, the right-hand deck's got the official thumbs up from me. But this is deck porn of the highest standard. There is no other way of putting this. Deck porn of the highest standard. And once I've finished with these are going to look spanking. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to rip these down tomorrow. It's going to be a white glove service, in this case, black. White glove service on these. Everything delicately put back in the box. as I do with all of my decks, all delicately wrapped and put in the right places so I can continue with work on them. But man, oh man. Who's else has got a pair as clean as this then? Have you got 1200s, 1210s as clean as this? Oh, this takes me back to my original pair I had. My original pair I had brand new. We're talking back many years ago now. There was no better feeling than unboxing a brand new pair of Technics and getting these out of the box. It's about the same feeling you're going to get, and you know you've hit gold when you line up your mixers and you can walk off and make a cup of tea. That's pretty much what we've got. Oh man, this looks like Marks. This isn't Marks, guys. This is actually the light. Believe it or not, the way the light's hitting it, you can see as I'm moving my camera how the white patch has got bigger now. That is purely the light. Wow. Well, bit of a boring video other than that really, guys. Not much I can really say to them apart from that. There's nothing that's really needed on them. We're going to be keeping the original audio cables as long as no splits or any damaged ends or anything. Obviously the right-hand deck we know is all right. In fact, we know the left-hand deck's okay now, so I showed you on the camera. There's no ovaling on them. No breaks in the camera, no breaks in the cables. Grounding cables are still in very good condition. And I'd imagine when I take these apart, they'll be just as clean. Usually the arm assemblies are fairly clean inside with PCBs. Might put some deflux and give it some alcohol cleaner, resolder the connections. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Simple as that. These ain't going to take a lot. He's going to be collecting them on Friday. But what a pair of beauties, eh? Let us know what you think, guys. And apologies for delay with videos again. This is obviously, we're coming up to Christmas now. Super, super, super busy. Lots going on. But these are top of the list now. Starting tomorrow, let war commence. Cheers for watching, guys. I'll speak to you all soon.